Excited to be at the Jupiter Ocean and Racket Club. Director of tennis, Robert Fisher, great friend of mine. We go back a long time. Exciting times with my Grand Slam winner student, Ellis Ferreira. Ellis, we've known each other a long time. Great time shooting some SportsEdTV tips. Nothing like learning from the best and learning from players that's won world doubles titles, Grand Slams. But of course you were blessed with a little talent, Ellis.
Right, well, we had a great time, John. It's so nice to see you again. I'm looking forward to a great future here at Jupiter Ocean Racket Club, and I look forward to the tips today.
SportsEdTV, say it, Ellis.
SportsEdTV.
That's good. Ellis, French Open or a clay court tip for all levels. If you hit the ball deep, you got to cover a lot of court. It's important to be able to drop the volley short.
So here's a French Open or clay court doubles volley tip. When Rick Leach and I were playing at the French Open, one year we played against two young juniors, so up-and-coming players, Nicolas Lepenti and Julian Alonso. We came in, we volleyed deep the way we normally volley through the court, and they were literally hitting us with their forehands from the baseline. We then learned and made an adjustment to try and volley a little bit shorter, because on a clay court, that ball's not going to go through the court like it normally does on a hard court or on a grass court. So again, a good tip is drop it short so that they can come forward and then, it doesn't pop up. They can either lob it over your head or something like that. So I'm just going to demonstrate
five
the short little
balls
volley. You see how that ball is dropping short there, John? So now the opponent would have to move up. Can't smack us from there.
Yeah, so just simply drop the ball a little shorter, and Ellis is using a little bit of underspin. Ellis, show us that backhand volley, the contact, yeah?
So again, you're going at the contact, and then right at contact, you're just opening it up and getting a little bit of underspin.
Key is you got to lead with this front edge here. At your knuckle, Ellis tends to volley with a little low backhand grip, but just leading with the front part of your racket there. But contact is actually there, and then it cuts underneath it, right?
Right. If you stay with that contact, you're going to hit a fuller volley, and it's going to go deeper, which you don't want to have happen on a clay court. So as you hit, and then you just open it up, get a little bit of underspin.
Some people might say, soften up that volley with a little undercut.
Correct. Okay. As opposed to, obviously, your more fuller contact, where you're hitting the ball and then you're going straight through that line of the ball. That's going to create a deeper volley that we may use on a hard court or on a clay court, where you get a benefit from the court. The ball will skid through the court. But here, you want to come here and then get under it a little bit, put a little bit of underspin on it so that it doesn't go so deep.
Yeah, so you're coming really across the back of that ball.
Correct.
It takes a little bit of softening of the wrist. Great. So Ellis, give us a Wimbledon tip and a hard court tip where the grass court's a little bit faster. I'm going to drive the ball at you hard, and you're going to probably push it back deep.
Right, so what you want to do when that ball is hit with pace, you want to deflect that ball, use the opponent's power against them and deflect the ball back to them, and it'll come back really quick. Again, really work on deflecting the power. Don't try and absorb it. If you absorb it, it's going to come off slower. You want this ball to shoot back and let the speed of the court be actually their own demise.
Yeah, so if you're being left-handed, when you take speed off it, you go a little under. This one, you're going to push out a little bit more, right?
Right, and you're going to have a nice squared contact,
and the knuckle will lead through.
Right.
All right, I'm going to give you a couple of hard balls, Ellis. Get in your base. Again, there's a reason Ellis was #2 in the world and beat the Bryan brothers and a lot of top teams. There's nobody better at deflecting pace. Look at that volley again. I may as well be giving him an overhead the harder I hit it. It's a great volley for speed. Here's an example of how good that volley. I thought I'd get smart. I gave him a high one. He pushed out more. I put it a little bit lower. And when it was even lower below the net, no problem. Everybody hits the ball with pace, and you got to understand how to use that pace.
And the important thing there was using the opponent's speed and the speed of the court to actually create and cause their own demise. So again, that's a situation of hitting a ball that you cannot defend, because as you hit it to me, I deflect that pace and send it right back to you, and then you struggle to get it.
And that's why it's a hard court US Open or a Wimbledon Tip.
Correct, where the court now actually helps. You can't do that on a clay court because the ball will stop on the clay court. Whereas hard courts, grass courts, where it's slicker surface, it's going to skid right through.
Get a little carry. All right, Ellis.
All right.
That was very nice. Ellis, deflecting the ball. I mean, you won world doubles titles, you won Grand Slams. So this sounds very basic. This works for all levels, for beginners and for advanced players. Tell us about deflecting the ball in 4 sentences.
So the idea is try and do nothing with the ball. Again, tennis is a game of errors, John. So if you make an error, your opponent gains something from it. So let's keep it simple. Let's do nothing with the volley. Nothing means do not decrease or increase the speed of the ball that's coming to you. So you're going to demonstrate a few shots. When you hit it slowly to me, I'm only going to use your pace and drop it short. When you hit it slightly harder, you'll see how the ball will land further deep. But it's not because I'm hitting it any harder. It's because you hitting it harder to me. I'm deflecting the ball back at you. So the actual skill level or level of difficulty is very, very easy. Doesn't matter what you hit.
This helps the beginners and also helps the really good players.
And it cuts down your errors.
All right, I'm going to hit you 2 balls that are soft, 2 medium, and 2 hard balls. All right, 2 medium balls, a little harder. Now I'm going to put some serious pace on it. Putting a little bit more pace on it. All right, let's knock off this overhead. Please put it away. Whoa. So there you see it. Use the speed of the ball. As they said, nobody ever won a point by not putting the ball in play. And a lot of matches lost on easy volleys.
Again, keeping down your errors is really, really important. That's a very simple tip in order to keep your errors down.
So Ellis, we understand about taking whatever the opponent gives us, but what's the actual application? Okay?
So John, when you're playing and you're in a staggered position and you're up at the net and someone hits the ball hard at you, there's a lot of pace on that ground stroke. So if you just point your racket and deflect it at the nearest person to you, it's going to go through them like a dart. And then if they hit the ball slowly at you, then you just angle the ball short over here. There's no one up here because they're in a stagger. All I'm doing is deflecting the ball. When you hit the ball with pace, I deflected it at your partner and it went through them with speed, and so it's difficult for them to get. And then when you hit the ball slowly to me, I just knocked it over here to this little space where no one is, and I won that point too.
That's a great tip for all levels. I've beaten a few Grand Slam winners myself in doubles. I never thought that at times I was doing nothing.
Yeah.